This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube. And this is Sports Final, brought to you as always by William Hill Sportsbook, who remind you, let's make it interesting, but gamble responsibly. And if you have a little problem, call 1-800-270-7177 and buy WLNS CBS 6. Here for you for over 71 years. Boy, do we need him tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the Bluebird of Happiness, Steve the Baxman Baxter. Hello. Good evening. Thank you, Harry, very much. You've been a busy guy for a few days. Because for those of you that don't know, our announcer, Harry von Stuttgart, pulling double duty, worked Sunday while Franklin Pangborn takes a well-deserved time off. And next week, you go on a little vacation, and Pangborn will be doing our show as well. So you announcers have one hell of a strong union. Anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final. I am your erstwhile host. I don't know what that means, but hey, it's a big word. Welcome, everybody. Plus, not only do we have Daytona 500 and everything else in sports, we're going to update you on Wart the Wizard 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's right. We're going to update you on Wart the Wizard, see how they're doing on their backing. All that and a whole lot more right here, Sports Final. Let's get to work, shall we? Bam! Let's get ready and let's get busy. Let's get to it. And, oh boy, the Detroit Pistons. Oh, Lordy. They don't know what to do anymore. They're not the worst team in the NBA now, but the rebuilding is kind of taken a little prisoner here. Right now, looks like Blake Griffin could be the odd man out. It appears as though Blake Griffin has played his last game as a member of the Detroit Pistons. Both Griffin and the team agreed that the veteran forward would be held out of Detroit's lineup while the two sides figure out his future, according to Pistons general manager Troy Weaver via Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. While Griffin is benched, the Pistons were pursued trade options for a six-time All-Star. Ultimately, a buyout could become a possibility if no viable trade options are identified. Weaver said at a little presser, or a little Zoom presser, after extensive conversation with Blake's representatives, it has been determined that we will begin working to facilitate a resolution regarding his future with the team that maximizes the interest of both parties. We respect all the effort Blake has put forth in Detroit in his career and will work to achieve a positive outcome for all involved. Translation: we're working on a trade so he can go to a team that's got a good future. Now, at this point in his career, 31-year-old would probably like the opportunity to compete for a championship, while the rebuilding Pistons could potentially recoup some value for a player that clearly isn't in their long-term plans, but he used to be. Said Blake, quote, "I am grateful to the Pistons for understanding what I want to accomplish in my career and for working together on the best path forward." Now, for the Pistons, finding a trade partner for Griffin may be easier said than done for a couple of reasons. First, obviously, Griffin is clearly not the player he once was at this point in his career. He's averaging a career low 12.3 points per game while shooting just 36% from the floor, and he's also pulling in just 5.2 rebounds per performance. Griffin was once an athletic high flyer, but now he's been largely relegated to the role of floor spacer. As over half of his field goal attempts per game this season have come from beyond the arc. Now, additionally, he is still owed a lot of money. Griffin is making $36.5 million this season, and he has a player option worth nearly $39 million for the 2021-2022 season that he's very likely to pick up. And that's a pretty steep price to play for a player who is clearly in decline. However, if he's ultimately bought out by the Pistons, he could quickly become a hot commodity on the open market, especially among contenders looking to bolster their bench for a postseason push. We shall find out. Indeed. Let's get you to more fun than a barrel full of monkeys, more headlines. We all know about the barrel full of monkeys. They chuck bananas. Anyway, let's continue on. National Football League news, and oy vey, goes from bad to worse for Adam Pac-Man Jones. Here we go. Former NFL cornerback Pac-Man Adam Jones has found himself in trouble with the law again, reports WCPO ABC 9 in Cincinnati. They report that Jones was arrested and charged with misdemeanor assault, according to Hamilton County Court documents obtained by the television station WCPO ABC 9. The police arrested Jones early Monday morning after he punched and kicked a person in the head until the person was unconscious. Jones, who most recently spent time with the Denver Broncos, announced his retirement following the 2018 season. Pac-Man will most likely be remembered for his 8 seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, where he was named first-team All-Pro in 2014 and earned his only Pro Bowl bid the following season in 2015. While Jones was a reliable cornerback who played with the kind of aggression coaches loved, he will sadly be remembered for his laundry list of shortcomings off the field. The Tennessee Titans took a chance on Jones with the number 6 overall pick in the 2005 NFL draft, even though he was on probation for a fight in West Virginia. The rookie was then also arrested on charges of assault and vandalism. Wow, even before he played it down in the NFL. During the drawing up of his rookie contract, former Titans GM Floyd Reese said the Titans were insistent on writing up a deal that would protect the club from paying guaranteed or bonus money in case of a conviction for a crime. Jones would be arrested several more times throughout his career and was even suspended a full year in 2007 due to violating the league's personal conduct policy. Now, in 12 seasons of 146 career games, Pac-Man Jones racked up 509 combined tackles, 97 passes defensed, and 17 interceptions. Jones reportedly faced a Hamilton County judge this morning regarding his latest brush with the law. He fought the law won. And here we go. More sports news for you. Then we will salivate a pause for a little weather update. So now, let's keep going. All righty. Let's go to it. Let's go to the Major League Baseball round. And here it is. More hot stove league action. And let's go to the Rock here. We are fast approaching the start of spring training. Almost all of the big-name free agents are spoken for. That said, it's still the off-season, and there's more rumors and possible even more hot stoveness. Yankees, for one, well, let's try it again. Our first story, the Yankees have signed left-handed reliever Justin Wilson So says WFAN AM/FM Sweeney Murty. The 33-year-old Wilson spent the last 2 seasons with the Mets in 68 appearances in Queens. He posted a 2.91 ERA and a 2.39 strikeout to walk ratio. Wilson, who pitched for the Yankees in 2015, relies primarily on 2 pitches, a mid-90s fastball, and a cutter. A combination has allowed him to suppress quality contact the past few years. Wilson is the second notable addition the Yankees have made to their bullpen, recently joining right-hander Darren O'Day, whom the Yankees signed after moving Adam Ottavino in trade with the Red Sox. We continue. The New York Mets have signed free agent outfielder Kevin Pillar to a 1-year deal, according to the Athletic's Ken Rosenthal. The 32-year-old Pillar will give the Mets more outfield depth for the 2021 MLB season. The veteran, who can play all 3 outfield positions, hit .288, .336, and .462 with 6 home runs, 12 doubles, 26 ribs during the abbreviated 2020 season. Pillar began his 2020 season with the Red Sox before he was traded at the deadline to the Rockies. Pillar has established himself as an elite defender during his 8-year MLB career, and although his numbers aren't at their peak, he still boasts some very impressive defensive stats. Meanwhile, veteran infielder Jason Kipnis tweeted on Monday afternoon that he had signed with the Braves. The deal is a minor league pact. The 34-year-old Kipnis in early April spent last season with the Cubs. He hit .237, .341, and .404 with 3 homers and 135 trips to the plate. It was Kipnis's finest offensive effort since 2016. He figures to compete for a bench spot with the Braves. As it stands, Atlanta is expected to carry backup catcher Alec Jackson, outfielder Ender Incarte, and infielders Johan Camargo and Adrianza. Boy, they don't put the full names, do they? As its reserves. We'll try to get things right. The Minnesota Twins signed veteran starter Matt Shoemaker to a 1-year, $2 million deal, according to Jeff Passan of ESPN. The deal is pending a physical and allows Shoemaker to earn another $250,000 in performance bonuses. The 34-year-old Shoemaker could figure into the Twins' rotation as a back-end starter. He'll be facing competition from right-hander Randy Dobnak and lefty stud Devin Smeltzer for number 5 spot. In 2020, Shoemaker started 6 games and recorded a .471 ERA with 26 strikeouts and 9 walks for Toronto. Now, over Shoemaker's last 3 seasons, he owns a .377 ERA to go along with a 23.5% strikeout rate and a 7.9% walk rate in 88 1/3 innings in 18 starts. But injuries, and he's already undergone surgeries for his forearm and knee, could keep him out of the rotation this season. He's been limited to just 6 starts per year in the last 3. The last time he reached 15 starts in a season came in 2016 with the Angels. The Twins also added free agent left-hander J.A. Happ to their rotation this winter. Boston Red Sox have agreed to terms with Japanese reliever Hirokazu Sawamura on the 2-year deal worth $3 million, so says the Athletic's Ken Rosenthal. The contract includes an option that is said to be conditional and complex, but that would push the total value of the deal closer to just $8 million. The 33-year-old Sawamura made close to 400 appearances during his career in the Nippon Professional Baseball League. He departs said league with a .282 ERA and a .292 strikeout to walk ratio. Sawamura figures to compete for high-level work alongside Matt Barnes, Adam Ottavino, and Ryan Brazier. And finally, the San Diego Padres have one of the busiest off seasons in the majors. That continued on Monday with San Diego inking veteran reliever Keon Keela to a one-year deal. John Heyman of MLB Network reports 28-year-old Keela in mid-April did not rank among the top 60 free agents in the majors, so says CBS Sports, entering the winter. The reason for his exclusion was straightforward. He had been limited by COVID-19 and injury to just 2 innings in 2020 and had been involved in too many off-the-field incidences in 2019 to merit inclusion. Kela, K-E-L-A, is the second veteran reliever the Padres have added in the past week, joining former Brave closer Mark Melancon. And finally, Finally, the Milwaukee Brewers made a potential addition to their bullpen on Sunday, signing former All-Star closer Brad Boxberger to a minor league deal per, of course, our friends over at ESPN. The 33-year-old in May appeared in 23 games with the Marlins last season, accumulating a 1.81 ERA and a 2.25 strikeout to walk ratio in 18 innings. Time hasn't been too kind to Boxberger since he made the 2015 All-Star game, even including his success in 2020. He compiled a 4.27 ERA and more than 5 walks per 9 in his last 151 innings. Weirdness. Now, Brewers have a largely flexible bullpen, as only Ray Black lacks options. That said, Milwaukee is certain to carry Josh Hader, Devin Williams, Brett Suter, and Freddie Peralta. If healthy, Boxberger might be competing then with Justin Topa and or J.R. Friesen for a spot in the opening day pen, and that is your jam-packed, by want of better word, jam-packed Hot Stove League news headlines. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time, that little moment in our little show where we give you something of a little plug or two. And here we go. Of course, we are sponsored by, and by sponsoring, I mean we're just, strangely humored by the folks at William Hill Sportsbook, who remind you, let's make it interesting. William Hill Sportsbook is in Michigan, among other places, where you can bet big, bet small, and just do cha-cha, as they say. William Hill Sportsbook. Let's make it interesting, and please remember, gamble responsibly. And if you have a little problem, call 1-800-270-7177. That's 1-800-270-7177. And in just a few moments, in fact, we're going to do it right now. At the top of the hour, it's time for the Monday edition of Lost Blaming the Interwebs with humble Minnesota attorney Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law in Minnesota. And today, Nick and crew will be watching the Kyle Rittenhouse bail hearing, as well as going to talk Florida Megalado, DeSantis, and some more stuff that may make you want to go, boy, or So tune in for that and a whole lot more. And while we got this chance to do some duty here, let's get you in for a quick summation of the weather forecast. That's right, and this little weather bit is presented by WLNS TV6. Here for you for latest in news. And yes, friends, oh, this is they are busy today over there at the country house. Mid Michigan, at least parts of it, are involved in a severe winter storm warning now in effect till 10 a.m., 9 Central on Tuesday. Heavy snow is expected. Total snow accumulation 7 to 10 inches. And portions of northern Indiana, southwest Michigan, and northwest Ohio are involved. Uh, the list is quite amazing. Travel could be very difficult late this evening and Tuesday morning, with the greatest impacts likely seen for the rest of this evening and in the morning. Additional details: light snow will continue through late morning with an inch or less of additional accumulation expected. There may be a lull in the accumulating snowfall earlier this afternoon before an area of moderate to heavy snow moves in this evening. Snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are expected through late tonight. Gusty winds may cause patchy blowing snow, especially in rural areas. Storm total accumulations from this morning to early Tuesday afternoon will range from 7 to 10 inches to near a foot of snow. If you much travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency, but they prefer you to do the following. If you don't have anywhere to go, stay home. And keep an eye on the radio and TV and all the little fun fest, as TV6 will cover this storm like a blanket. We have some closings, school closings to give you, but we advise you to go to WLNS.com/weather/closings. And they'll give it to you right there faster than even we can. Anyway, let's give you the conditions right now in Lansing. It is light snow and 9 degrees. The winds are of the north at 15. It feels like -8. In Jackson, it's 12 degrees. Winds out of the north at 14, which means the wind chill is at -4. And tonight, for Jackson and the area, periods of snow, low near 10 degrees. Winds north of 10 to 20, chance of snow 100%, 3 to 5 inches is expected. That is for the rest of this evening. For tomorrow, look for morning snow, and it is it is what they call a winter weather. I'm about to say winter weather advisory, but it's not. It's a winter weather event or winter weather alert day. Thank you. All over Michigan, including portions of Texas. In fact, all of Texas is literally on a shutdown, as this storm has really gotten all of Texas in a mess. Okay, let's see, for tonight. For tomorrow, there'll be morning snow and a high of 15. For Thursday, it is supposed to be in the mid to upper 30s. So if you got anything you need to do, like we got a tarp to put on the roof, do it then. Anyway, that is your weather forecast, your current conditions, and everything. Do we have the forecast? Because I really don't want to anything, but I think, okay, let me do this. Okay, let's let's give you from Storm Tracker 6. let's give you that little weather update as we can, and then we'll get back to more sports. This is what we do for you, the home viewer. So here we go. Right now, if we can give the weather forecast. Thank you, guys. All right. And the snow is blowing quite briskly right now. Some powdery snow. So whiteout conditions. Whoa, are we having trouble? We are indeed having a little tech issue again. Okay. The stormfall 1 to 2 inches an hour. Really, guys. Really. Let's. The system right now is making its way to Illinois. The snow is beginning to get a little lighter into central areas. Right now in Hillsdale, roads are snow covered and slippery. 11 degrees. Winds of the northeast now northeast at 10. Wind chill at 1. Here in Jackson, it's 12 degrees. Winds north at 10. Feels like -1. Heavy snow visibility is a little down right now. And wow. 9 degrees, winds out of the east-northeast at 5. Wind chills definitely gone below 0. Now, let's show you, or not show you, let's tell you that we've had at least some snow right now. But right now, most heavy is going to be at the south of Lansing, where we are. Jackson, 3 to 6 inches. Marshall, hi there. How you doing, Marshall? Also going to be 3 to 6. Heavy snow is going to be near Detroit and Port Huron, 6 to 10 and 4 to 8, respectful. Tonight, 6 degrees, snow all night, heavy at times, 4 to 10 inches of snow, winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precip, chance of snow, 100%. Now, Tuesday's forecast, light snow in the morning, 5 above. At noon, cloudy, 12 above, and 15 above at 4 o'clock. It's a weather-aware day on Tuesday. Let's get you the full effect. David Young is telling us, hi there. Can we get back over here? Thank you. Okay, let's give you the 6-day forecast. Right. Can we get the 6-day forecast? Tuesday morning snow, 50% precipitation, 15 for a high, 6 for a low. On Wednesday, it'll be mostly cloudy, 20 degrees, -4 on the low. Thursday, snow possible, 50% precipitation, 24 for a high, 8 for a low. Snow showers, 40% chance, 25 for a high, 15 for a low. Few flurries on Saturday and more snow developing on Sunday with highs in the mid-20s to upper 30s, lows in the teens. How about the 6+6? You may want to ask yourself that cuisine of questioning. Well, in the 6+6, well, we gave you the big one. Next week, it'll be partly cloudy, some snow, highs. Monday will be in the upper 30s to low 20s. Tuesday, light snow, highs in the upper 30s, low 20s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 30s to low 20s on the lows. Thursday, got chance of rain, 36 for a high, 26 for a low. Friday, partly cloudy, some precipitation, 33 for a high, 24 for a low. And Saturday, mostly cloudy. We go from the deep freeze to a little Indian Spring. Saturday, 32 for a high, 21 for a low. And that is your weather forecast, courtesy of WLNS TV 6, where they are always here for you, Mid-Michigan, with the latest in entertainment, sports, and information. That is TV 6 here for you, WLNS Lansing Jackson. All right. We did good on that, you know. Man. All right, let's get some dancing here and get some more headlines in a little bit. Right now, let's give you, geez, I am wanting to tear up my earphones here, so why don't I just lower the earphones? And here we go. Just doing that. All right, we got some updates on some games that are still going on. They're all in the fourth quarter. 3:07 left to play in the fourth. It is Brooklyn Nets 129, Sacramento Kings 115, 6:05 remaining in the fourth. It is the LA Clippers 105-101 lead over the Miami Heat, and with 6:59, where is that? 6:39. 6:39 remaining. It is Golden State Warriors over the Cleveland Cavaliers 114-88. And final scores: Washington Wizards 131, Houston Rockets 119, and in overtime, Chicago Bulls beat the Indiana Pacers 120-112. New York Knicks 123-112 over the Atlanta Hawks. Utah Jazz 134-123 winner over the Philadelphia 76ers. And that is that for thus. Okay, let's keep them wheels going here for tonight, and let's go from hardwood to college hardwood. Give you some scores. I think there's only 2 scores. We played 2 games tonight. Well, here we go. Let's give you all that we got. Come on. Let's get rid of the... All right, here we go. Final scores, and we got a few for you. Stephen F. Austin defeated New Orleans 89-79. Eastern Kentucky an 83-72 winner over Tennessee Tech. George Fox over Idaho State over George Fox 84-59. Murray State over SIU Edwardsville 86-57. Presbyterian over South Carolina Upstate 75-65. Longwood over Hampton 83-73. Chattanooga over Eastern Tennessee State 53-51. 16th ranked Florida State an 81-60 winner over 7th ranked Virginia. And finally, the Washington defeated Washington State 68-63. Games that are postponed: South Carolina State and North Carolina A&T, Houston Baptist, Texas A&M CC, Nevada San Jose State, Prairie View A&M, and Grambling, and number 2 Baylor, and number 13 West Virginia. They were postponed. All right, let's continue the fun. And yes, it is fun to do. Let's go to it. We have the Monday night scoreboard. By the way, Dallas Stars and Nashville Predators game were postponed due to the big old winter storm. And by the way, Michigan State is right now on their way to meet Purdue. They left early to avoid this mess. And they need to probably run the gauntlet and win all their games if their consecutive tournament streak continues. Okay, let's go to the NHL scoreboard. Early in the third period, it is the Calgary Flames over the Vancouver Canucks, 3-2. Second intermission, San Jose Sharks over the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, 3-1. Final scores, Anaheim Coyotes, 1-0 winner over the Blues. 3-star selection, I'm glad you asked. Kemper for Arizona, 24 saves. Keller for Arizona, 1 goal. And Garland for Arizona, clean sweep. Islanders, New York Islanders over the Buffalo Sabres, 3-1. Bailey for the Islanders, 2 assists. Lee for the Islanders, 1 goal. And Varlamov for the Islanders, 20 saves. Florida Panthers took care of the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, 6-4. Barkov for Florida, 1 goal, 1 assist. Weegar for Florida, 1 assist. And Volkov for Tampa Bay, 2 goals. Final in overtime, the Ottawa Senators beat up on the Maple Leafs of Toronto, 6-5. Dadnoff for Ottawa, 2 goals. Matthews for Toronto, 2 goals, 1 assist. Brown for Ottawa, 1 goal, 1 assist. Carolina Hurricanes over the Columbus Blue Jackets, 7-3. McGinn for Carolina, 2 goals, 2 assists. Teravanian for Carolina, 1 goal, 3 assists. Bean for Carolina, 2 assists. Linda Steele, Chicago Blackhawks beat up on the Detroit Red Wings, 3-2, the final score in overtime. Kubalik for Chicago, 2 goals. Janmark for Chicago, 1 goal. And Grease, 21 saves for Detroit. Winnipeg Jets beat up on the Edmonton Oilers, 6-5. Shuffle for Winnipeg, 1 goal, 2 assists. Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton, 2 goals. And Chason was rolling along for Edmonton with 2 goals. Devils and Bruins, Predators and Stars, those games were postponed due to COVID. Okay, and let's get you with a little media update now. And here we go. Go. All right. Well, White has got to learn not to stick his foot in his mouth. There's been a long history between veteran MMA journalist Ariel Helwani and UFC president Dana White, including apparent UFC pressure behind Fox pushing Helwani out in 2016, an attempted for-life ban of Helwani later in 2016, which was reversed, and the formation of the MMA-JA in 2017 to provide a formal group to push back on UFC demands, with Helwani as vice president and White from May 2020 reportedly applying pressure to get Helwani kicked off the Mayweather-McGregor press tour later that year. Since then, Helwani has joined ESPN in 2018 and discussed how they had his back in a way that Fox didn't, but ESPN is still a UFC rights partner. And White, who's still the UFC president, even after their 2016 sale, has continued to take pokes at all sort of journalists, including Helwani. And that went to a particularly interesting level this week with former UFC star turned actor Gina Carano, getting fired by Lucasfilms and Disney after posting anti-Semitic memes. There's good reason for using that term without a hyphen. And with White defending her and taking a shot at Helwani, who is Jewish, for his coverage of that. Quote, leave Gina alone. Listen, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes. For everybody to go in on her, I love how Ariel Helwani made it all about him. It was all about him. Such a douche. End quote. That from Ryan McKinnell on Twitter. Now, this is a ridiculous comment from White, but it's equally ridiculous considering the substance of the mistake Carano made. She shared an anti-Semitic monopoly meme in December, made posts comparing the Holocaust to political dissent today, and tweeted about the debunked election conspiracy theories. Now, it is totally absurd for the president of a professional sports organization to defend that. But that fits in with a long history of people tolerating whites' unprofessional behavior. So it can't be said that it's too surprising, since this particular comment was especially bad and drew flack from even the likes of former ESPN host Dan Le Batard. There are, of course, viewpoints for context to consider here. First, Helwani has appeared on Le Batard's show before and was remarkably cool, even after Le Batard unnecessarily called MMA the quote damn sewer. And those comments are worth consideration on their own. It's not like Le Batard was promoting the UFC or friendly with White, and some of his comments about the sport have been unnecessarily uh, um, rotten. Beyond that, Le Batard just went through a very public divorce from ESPN, and it's a lot easier to criticize a giant corporate entity when you're on the outside. But none of that obliterates Le Batard's larger point about White being the particular douche in this scenario. Le Batard is quite right that ESPN has long been too eager to overlook problems when they come from a rights holder. The adventure continues. Okay, let's get you ready for a little soccer. You folks over in the lovely, lovely area of England. Hey, Geeks Enjoying Nerd Erotica, how are you? Great to have you with us on today's broadcast. Let me just move my microphone here. All right. All right, let's keep going here. We got a little, as they like to call it, football. We just call it soccer. In the Premier League, West Ham United over Sheffield United, 3-0. Chelsea over Newcastle United, 2-0. In the National League South, it was Dorking Wanderers over Shelsmont City, 1-0. In Spanish La Liga action, Athletic Bilbao over Cadiz, 4-0. German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich and Arminia Bielefeld ended at 3-3 tie. Italian Cities A, Hellas Verona over Parma, 2-1. Belgian First Division action, Ghent over Royal Excel Mouscron, 4-0. Brazilian Series A, Fluminense over Sierra, 3-1. Sport and Red Bull Bragantino ended in a goose egg tie. In the Danish Superliga action, Copenhagen over Sonderjysk, 3-2. In Greek Super League, it was Athens over Larissa, 4-2. So Salonca over Gianna, 2-0. Portuguese Premier League action, Sporting Lisbon over Paços de Ferreira, 2-0. Turkish Super League, Besiktas over Gençlerbirliği, 3-1. Antalyaspor and Yeni Malaspor ended in a 1-1 tie. Huzzah! Huzzah, people! Huzzah! Yes, it's a huzzah day here in the neighborhood. Alrighty, let's go from the scores and fixtures. Say hello to, once again, time short, so we go like this. How you doing, everybody on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Minds, Gab Social, and Twitter. We say hello to all. Tomorrow we hope we'll have time. We'll say hello individually, but right now as a group we say hello, so we can take a little time of joy here. Okay. All right. Here we go, and it's time now for the scoreboard. And you know what that means? That's right. A lot of score, and you're never bored. And we may have some baseball for you from the outside world. Okay, let's get ready to rumble in the rumble seat. Okay, let's go to some Czech Republic hockey. Mlada Boleslav over Plzeň 4-2. Mountfield HK over Ziln 1-0. After regulation and one order of one order of little protection. We have the Czech Republic Extraliga hockey scores for you. Mladia Bolsev over Plzeň 4-2. Mountfield HK over Ziln 1-0. Karlovy over Sparta Prague 4-3. Kometa Bruno over Kesk Bujovic 5-4. Liberec and Livitard 2-1 score. Liberec wins. Trinek over Vikovic 4-3. And Perdubis over Olomouc. Score 3-2. And wow. Yeah, that's about all I can tell you. That's what I can say is wow. Okay, let's give you a little baseball. A little stiff neck. I'm playing with a little bit of pain here. Okay. In baseball, there was nothing going on outside the free world. No games were played today. And believe it or not, I know you're not going to believe this, but we still got time. Yes, we still have time. And time is something that we always get. Yes, we do have time. Okay, Daytona 500. Oh boy. After a 5 3/4 hour rain delay. Excuse me. A little yawn. Okay, let's get to the winner's circle for NASCAR. And incredible the action that I think we'll get to us. The one, the only Michael McDowell, not the singer, but the race driver, got something that he missed from a while back. We are talking. Okay. All right, let's get to just one stinking little race here. Daytona 500, and Michael McDowell was your champion. You heard me. Let's give you the race results from the Daytona 500, and then we will say sayonara. And here we go. Do we not? Oh, God. It's been a long day. Okay, so apparently, there we go. Let's, I mean, it's nice that they acknowledge, but let's Let's give you the race results before I fall asleep here in the booth. So here we go. By the way, next race for the NASCAR yeah. Man, losing a mind here. Okay. Let's give you the winners of the race, and they are Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick in fourth, Denny Hamlin in fifth, Ryan Preece at sixth, Ross Chastain in seventh, Jamie McMurray eighth, Corey LaJoie ninth, and Kyle Larson 10th. And Derek Cope gets the Leave It to Beaver nod, otherwise known as the Ward Beaver salute. All right. Okay. Done with that. And we're not done yet. No, sir. We got about 3 minutes left. Would like to remind you. Yes, there's a lot of things I'd like to remind you. Of course, here we go. Reminder that NASCAR is going back to Daytona this coming weekend. This time they're going to go on the Roval, the Daytona International Roval Speedway. That's going to be fun to see. Anyway, for the top 10 and everybody else, we're glad to have given you this lovely thing that we like to call, geez, going out of time. Okay, so we have done that. There's no other sports headlines to. Oh, we were going to do one thing. We're going to do it right now as a matter of old factus. So let's see how Mandy Summers is doing on what they call Work the Wizard. That's right. We're going to see Work the Wizard. And once again, I don't know where you. Looks like we could do it on Facebook. Should be a lovely possibility there, shouldn't it? No. Here we go. Let's room charm. That'll be the only time we do that. Hey. All righty, let's get on the train here and see how much Mandy Summers and What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, has done thus far. See how it's done this far, that far, thus far. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Got to hit it about 20 times. Okay, let's find out right now how What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, is doing. 3,410 simoleons. 21 days left. Come on, guys. Let's get this. Let's keep funding, keep backing, get those perks, and let's get What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, to surpass What the Wizard Book 1. We are all comic book fans, and Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, are among the many who are part of a group called Comicscape. And if Stan Lee were alive today, and I said this many times, I will repeat myself as many times after. But he loves independent independent comic book authors, writers. He loves that. I mean, if he were alive today, and he's alive in all of us, he would love what people like Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, John Malin, and EVS, Ethan, and all the gang who put their heart and soul into an industry that needs new blood and has got it. They have new creative blood in people like Mandy Summers, EVS, and on down the line. So, folks, Work the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes. You got 21 days, maybe more, but let's get that up there. Let's get it up to overtake Work the Wizard #1. And I said it once, and again, it bears repeating. Mandy Summers is going to do it. She is going to overpass her first Work the Wizard comic book, of which I have here in my bag of tricks. So please, 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 please get over to Indiegogo.com and back these fine men and women of Comicscape, because they are truly one-of-a-kind individuals. They are truly the lifeblood. They are the new blood of a comic book industry that has been very much in need of these folks to carry on a tradition from people like your Kirby's, your Lee's, and a few other fine folks. So support the independent comic book community and back some books. All right, we are done here for this evening. We hope you'll tune in tomorrow, same time, same harbinger of place, and we will talk to you then. 11:35 Eastern, 8:35 in the Pacific time zone. And for those of you in the Central and Mountain, you could figure out your time zones. By the way, to my friends in my birthland, Texas, stay warm. For everybody about to get hit with this winter storm, please stay warm and drink up the hot chocolate. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying good night and, of course, blessings. See you tomorrow night, everybody. That's been a presentation of Mr. Fine Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And for everybody here on the final, have a great evening on the West Coast. Have a great morning on the East Coast. Good night, everybody.